G'day, and thanks for dropping by to learn a little bit about shamanism. My name's Alison. This is my beautiful puppy Daisy. And just to give you a brief overview of what shamanism is really a way of life. It's a practice and an understanding of living in balance with all that is. It's working with the spirits of nature. It is working in accordance with the spirits of nature and not against them, in as much reciprocity and balance as we possibly can. It's learning more about ourselves on the greater scale of life, not just in this human avatar that we wear in this particular lifetime, but in the spiritual sense that spans across the ages and across multi-dimensions. Shamanism gives us the tools and practices that allow us to find solace, to find guidance, to find wisdom that lies within us and that lies and comes from the ancestors. Now, the ancestors aren't just our family bloodline ancestors, although that is one aspect. The ancestors lie within each rock, each mountain, each tree. And it's really attuning ourselves to the vibration and the frequency of these beautiful beings and being able to communicate with them, and again, to work with that beautiful relationship of balance and harmony here on this earth. And to recognize that we are a part of this beautiful matrix, this beautiful network, and that we all rely upon each other. One is not more important than the other, and in fact we are all as important as each other. So in the shaman practices, the core shamanic practices that you will find in my core shamanic workshop, they come from core shamanic practices that are non-specific to any lineage throughout the world. And by that I mean there are specific traditions and lineages, and there's a common thread of core shamanistic practices amongst those, I should say, rather. And so they're not acquiring specific lineages wisdoms. These are wisdoms and practices that belong to each and every one of us, and would have been readily practiced amongst all the tribes and lineages of the world. In addition to that, I am very blessed to be initiated into an Andean Quiero lineage. The Quiero people are the oldest tribal people of Peru in the Andes in South America, and they survived the Spanish invasion of the 1500s, and they were able to ascend to the highest peaks of the Andes, where they were able to hold and preserve their traditions through the centuries. And they are now sharing their beautiful wisdom and medicine with their children of the world, in understanding that we are all one. We are all one people, and operating from that frequency of unconditional love, we must walk together and remember these sacred traditions and these sacred practices to start to bring balance and harmony back to this world. I feel very honoured to be entrusted to carry the medicine of the Apaza lineage in Peru. I have undergone my apprenticeship and my initiations, multiple initiations through this lineage. Each of those initiations required me to spend a good period of time, up to 8 days alone in nature each initiation, and there were 3 major initiations that I did spanning across the time that I lived in Europe and the time that I lived here in Australia. Each one activated certain centers within myself and allowed me to walk deeper with the medicine that the Apaza lineage has bestowed upon me. I'm very grateful, as I said, to carry these beautiful traditions and practices forward with the blessings of my maestros in the Andes. And it would be an honor for me to sit in circle with you and to share these ways with you that have lasted millennia and certainly centuries of adversity. So then we can all move toward a period of peace on this planet. I look forward to working with you, and if you've got any questions, I encourage you to send me an email, which will be linked here on this page, so then we can discuss further what your needs and wants are.